the 10 differences between the movie and the manga. Hello everyone, welcome to RFD channel. So today we're going to talk about the 10 differences between the movie and the manga of Alita Battle Angel. So spoilers alert, if you don't want any spoilers you can stop here because I will talk a lot of spoilers in this video between the comparisons of between the movies and the manga. So you've been warned. Number 10, Koyumi age. As you know in the manga, Koyumi at the beginning she was born, and when Alita met her she was like kids, even a few months or something, until later on she's aged like a teenager later in the manga, I guess in the volume 7, 8 and 9, where she plays an important role in the manga. As in the movie, she's already a teenager where she is friend with Hugo and Tanji. So they're the first difference. Number 9, the city. As you know, in the movie we call the cities Iron City. As in the manga, we call it the scrapyard. And also it's divided the east and the west. As you know, in the manga, the motorball is in the west side of the city. And as in the movie, it seems to be in the same side with Alita where she is. So the difference is there, but I don't know if later in the sequel we will see if they divide the city an east and west side and if they have any difference between that. Number 8, Vector's death. As in the movie, as you know, at the end of the movie, Alita killed Vectors. So in the manga, Vector plays important role and he's still alive throughout entire series. Even I think even Last Order, I think I still see Vector. So I don't know if in the sequel of the movie Alita Battle Angel if they will resurrect or will change Vector's fate. But right now in this first movie, Vector's dead. Number 7, Zappen face. As you know, in the movie, Zappen's face is different from what we have in the manga. Where in the manga, Zappen important thing he got is the symbol in the forehead where you have the cross and the hook, which represents him. Very important representation, because even in the manga, as you know, he die and not die, sorry, his face has been cut off, and when he get a second face, he don't have the symbol. But when he resurrect again by Dr. Nova, he still have that symbol on his forehead where he represent what he is, and that is very important. But in the movie, it's not there. In the movie, his face, what he represent is a beautiful male face which represent him. So I don't know if there anything changes in the circle, but we will see. But that is very important in the manga, the cross and the hook where Zappens have in his forehead. Number 6, Yugo's love. Obviously there's minor, because as you can see in the movie, Hugo seems to be more in love with Alita and even tell her that she's more humans than most of people. In the other hand, in the manga, where Hugo does not seems to care as much as love Alita, or Gali, should I say. So in the comic book, the manga, he seems to be like really obsessed with Zalem and not caring enough about Alita. as a movie, he's more have this human aspect where he cares more about Alita's actually. As one scene where Alita puts her heart out and he seems to tell her that to be careful not to trust people easily like that. So as in manga, I think if she does that, he will jump in and will take her heart. Maybe I'm wrong, but you can comment on that below. Number 5, the Berserker body. So the major differences in the movie and the manga, the Berserker body that is found in the movie is found by Alita, but in the manga is found by Dr. Ido. So there's the difference. Um, I don't know which one is better because both of them I found is okay. It doesn't bother in the storyline and it fit well in what needs to be told. Number 4, Dr. Idol age and background. As you know in the movie, Dr. Idol age is a bit older, like I should say in the 50 or a bit later 50. And even the background, he is married and should say divorced or separated from Karen, Shiren. I don't know if it's Karen or Shiren. And in the manga, Dr. Ido seems to be younger because he seems to be in the 40s or even late 30s, something around it. And also, Dr. Ido, I mean, he have a love interest, but that is like in another story. But the important thing is Dr. Ido's been, how we said that, banned from Zalem, and he's not with anyone or have kids. And actually, I think the people in Zalem cannot have kids for a reason that you will see in the manga later on. So that's the difference. Number 3, Alita's blade. As you know in the movie, Alita blade is Damascus blade, where she can use as her extension like a plasma that she used like in the manga, the plasma that she used with her finger or her hand, and this one is the blade that she used. But in the manga, her blade, if you check in the number 4 where she entered the competitions as in the motor ball, and then the blade has been forged for her for the motor ball, so it's not the same as the Damascus blade because it's not a martial blade, it's an earthling blade that she used throughout in most of the series in the manga, and the movie they use a martial blade, and so we'll see out in the sequel what's gonna happen about that. Number 2, Dr. Nova. As you know in the movie, Dr. Nova is in Zalem and he seems to be the bad guy, immortal, and we want to see what's going on actually in the sequels. But in the manga, Dr. Nova has been banned from Zalem. Actually, he's even a fugitive from Zalem. They're looking for him and they're looking to maybe kill him or well, in the manga I don't remember by heart, but I have to recheck what's in the manga again. And in the manga, obviously Dr. Nova is on Earth and he's testing people on Earth, not in Zalem as in the movie. And number 1, that I find a difference between the character Alita's in the movie and the manga. The movie, Alita differentiates herself from the other with her eyes. And that is very interesting because her eyes is what keep us pull in with her. So her eyes is very special. Like Cameron says, her eyes is the window of the soul. But in the manga, what the difference with her is often her lips that we it's been made fun of even with Forgia 4, her love interest later on, and that her lips is always very particular that we is where they draw her. Her lips is always there that get uh, us the attention, where she gets attention from us, her lips. So that's very I find different from the movie and the manga. So that's it. So if you like the video, please subscribe, like, share, and comment what you think. And also don't forget the notification button. Thank you. Have a nice day.